Hey everybody, it's me, Alan Warren. Got a question for you. What are some of the biggest mistakes that newbie RV owners make? And can they be avoided? Well, according to our upcoming guests, many of them can be. We're going to introduce you to the Getaway Couple. This is a couple that, well, they've been bitten by the RV bug in a really bad way, and they are full-timers. But they're not in their 60s or 70s when they decided to go full-time. These kids are 20-somethings. They're going to share their story right now.
The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today.
So is it hot enough for you folks? Well, good grief. Earlier in the week, we had record temperatures here in parts of Texas. You know, it was so hot that the air conditioning in most RVs could not get down below like 85 degrees inside. Now, that is hot, I'm telling you. I'm not sure if it is actually hotter nowadays than it was years ago, but you know what? It sure does feel like it. I'll tell you what, folks with the RVing bug are still out camping and having a lot of fun, even in this breathtaking heat in much of the country. And we're seeing many brand new RVers too. You know, it's so neat to see families who are connecting and making those great memories together with this thing that so many of us love, and that is camping and RVing. So, greetings again, everybody. Alan Warren here. Welcome to the RV Show USA, where we're going to start it off with another young couple of RVers who are they're not even 30 years old yet, and they have taken a direction much different than, well, other 20-somethings. We're about to find out why. Let's bring up some new guests to the show. They're known by many as the Getaway Couple. It's Jason and Rae Miller. Welcome to the show, y'all.
Hi there.
Thanks.
Appreciate you being with us. I can barely hear you. So y'all been living on the road full time, I understand, for just over a year. Tell us about it.
Yes, we just hit 1 year on the road last weekend, actually. And we are originally from California, and we are now currently in New York. So we made it across the country in 1 year, and we're having a blast doing it.
Well, you know, it looks like from your videos, Jason, y'all did not start out with a little pop-up trailer. You started out at the top, brother. Tell us about what you got.
Yeah, so we have a 42-foot 2018 375 Res Grand Design Solitude, and it is massive. And this is, of course, our first trailer that we've ever owned, and the first time we picked it up and drove it was through Los Angeles. So,
so Jason, you let Rae do the driving, right, on your initial drive through L.A.?
No, definitely not. I'm more of the nervous passenger type, so I like to be in the driver's seat. But she has gotten behind the wheel recently. So
I saw that y'all did a video on that. Now, before we get too far into it, tell us a little bit about y'all's background. You know, what did you do before you became full-time RVers?
Well, Jason was a security engineer, and I was a project manager, and we both worked for Fortune 500 companies, and we kind of just got really caught up in keeping up with the Joneses, you could say, and eventually we always had the travel bug, and we went on our honeymoon, and we were able to take a month off from work, and we went overseas, and that kind of just sparked this, we need to figure out how to travel full time. And so, to make a longer story short, we ended up finding out that RVing was a possibility, and we could make that happen a lot faster than overseas travel. So we started researching that, saving money, working towards that goal. And after a couple of years, we are now here.
Was there one specific thing, you know, in particular that kind of made y'all look at each other and go, okay, we're doing this? Or was it just something that gradual, you kind of kicked it around and it sort of slowly built up over time?
So I think traveling in general slowly built up over time. And then, like Rae said, on our honeymoon, we were like, we need to travel full. And originally, we were planning on traveling overseas, like backpacking and all of that through Europe. But we ended up getting a rescue dog that we absolutely love more than each other. And so then we were like trying to figure out what we can do to travel with her. And so we found some other full-time RVers, I think on YouTube. I think it was Gone with the Winds when they're still being.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided that this was something that we could do. We could figure out how to do it. And now we're here.
Now, Rae, did you RV when you were a child? And Jason, I think I read somewhere that you came from a camping family. Was it new to you, Rae, or was it not?
No, it was very new to me. No one in my family has owned an RV that I know of. I think the closest encounter I had with an RV is my dad owned a car lot, and occasionally he would have RVs, so I would play in them. But no, I did not have a big camping background. And I mean, even before we started RVing, only Jason and I would go tent camping once a year. So we jumped right in.
Jason, was it, I mean, you guys started so big with a great big Grand Design fifth wheel. Was that just a little bit overwhelming in the beginning? I mean, seriously, it would seem like to me if you were brand new to RVing, that would be a massive bite out of the apple, so to speak.
Yeah, Rae and I don't like to do anything kind of easy. We like to jump in and kind of tackle it head on. But I don't know. We're coming from a 3-bedroom house, and I still work, so we knew that I wanted just a little bit of space and separation just in case we needed it. I needed to work in a different room. And then, I don't know, we just fell in love with this floor plan specifically. It's definitely way more than is necessary, I would say, and way more than you need to start out with. But, we kind of took a big
leap.
Yep, and now...
Well, what was it like when you guys started the Getaway Couple? I know, I think I recall you did a video on purging and getting rid of all your stuff. Tell us about that. That had to be difficult.
It was definitely difficult. And I realize now, as humans, we put a lot of emotional value on stuff. And so once you break through that initial barrier of this is really just stuff, and you can decipher what actually has, sentimental value. So we held on to, obviously, all of my wedding dress, or a couple other items from our wedding, and, a few items that we just really didn't want to part with. But everything else just had to go. If we couldn't fit it in the RV, it was sold or donated.
All right, Rae and Jason Miller are joining us, folks. They are the Getaway Couple on Facebook and on YouTube. You can find them either place. Just type in the search bar, Getaway Couple. That's them. So I got to ask you, I always ask people that we interview, how do you make a living on the road? Jason, you said you're still working, but are y'all independently wealthy with a beautiful Grand Design like that? Or how do you make a living?
Definitely not independently wealthy in my eyes yet. Work 9 to 5 as a computer security engineer remotely. The only change is I fly into the home office once a quarter just to kind of show people my face. Other than that, we're really big on diversifying our income. So we have YouTube, which generates a little bit of ad revenue and affiliate and sponsorship money. And then we also have an e-commerce business where we sell products on Amazon and our website. So just kind of everything that we can possibly do to make money, we try to do it.
Lots of little revenue streams. So tell us in about a minute, then we're going to jump to a break and come back for a whole nother segment. Tell me about Getaway Couple. How did you come up with the concept, and what is Getaway Couple, your channel, all about, Rae?
Well, to start with the first part of the question, I guess the concept originally was we liked to go out for getaway weekends or, a week. We would always use all of our vacation time when we were working. And so we started the Instagram just to post travel pictures from wherever we were. And then it turned, once we decided we were going to start RVing, Getaway Couple turned, full force into RVing related. And so that's where our blog came in and our YouTube channel came in. And our YouTube channel really just we started it from the beginning, as awkward as it was for us to put ourselves on camera. We just wanted to show this whole process of switching to RV life from the very beginning. So we mainly try and be completely transparent and show mistakes that we do. And we also have a segment called Fireside Chat, where we just pretty much answer a common question that we get or anything that people want to hear about.
And you built a tremendous following. Rae, Jason, y'all hang on. We got to jump for a break. Folks, we got the Getaway Couple with us right here on the RV Show USA. When we get back, we're going to ask them the question, when that trailer ain't big enough for the both of them, what do they do? All right, we'll be right back. Don't go away.
The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today.
And hey, everybody, Alan Warren. This is the RV Show USA. Want to welcome our new listeners up in Youngstown, Ohio, who are catching the show on WYCL 1540 AM. Thank y'all for being with us. We're visiting right now with full-time RVers Rae and Jason Miller, who launched their very popular YouTube channel called Getaway Couple a little over a year ago. Rae, in terms of preparing to go full-time, what kinds of things did you have to go through? Because I know a lot of people are listening to this show and they're going, we're considering, what did you have to go through? I mean, the biggest steps. Hit that in about 30 or 40 seconds if you can, please.
Oh, gosh. Well, the biggest step for us was downsizing, so getting rid of all of your stuff. Another step is deciding what you're going to do for income and figuring that out. And then, obviously, if you're quitting your job, that was really hard for me because I loved my job. So, making the sacrifices to quit your job, get rid of your stuff, and just go into the unknown.
Two things I want to hit this segment. Two of the biggest things. First, I want to know literally maybe some relationship advice and some thoughts that you would give to other couples who may have never lived quite as close together as they will if they live full-time in an RV. I can only imagine that being that close can be great, but it can also be a challenge. What do you think?
Yeah, I would say, one of the things that we've learned is you can't really have a fight and then run off to war anymore. So you actually get better communication skills, I would say, because you have to talk about stuff on both sides. There's no getting away from it. You're in this small space and you just need to talk it out. I think that's probably the core of solving most relationship problems is better communication.
Rae, I heard that from some people at Full Time, they say they have little spats often, but they get over them really quickly because they have to, because they're a partnership when they travel on the road, and you can't fight all the time. You have to just learn to get through them, and it draws people closer together most of the time. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that, actually. I would think that's what it has evolved in for us as well.
Tell us about your video, the one about the mistakes that beginning RVers make. That folks, listen to this. If you get 5,000 or 10,000 views on a video, that's okay. How would you like to get 300,000 views on a video? Well, Rae and Jason did just that with a video. Go ahead and tell us about that one, because that's pretty cool.
Well, we didn't think that video would get that popular, but it was basically just the top 10 mistakes that we learned from. Either it's a hard mistake, you learn it right away, you do it once and you never do it again, or it's, a small mistake that you repeatedly do until you finally are like, this is enough, I can't do this anymore. So we just decided to verbalize those mistakes in a creative way, and I think that's why that video took off. It's not just us sitting in front of the camera telling you mistakes. We're really trying to be creative and keep you engaged.
Have y'all been stranded anywhere in this last year when you've been full-time RVing? You had the RV broke down and you had to go stay in a motel or a hotel and get the RV back to the dealer. Has that ever happened to you, or do you have a plan just in case it does?
Yeah, so I'm a big precautionary person, so I always try to plan for that. The only thing that has happened to us was the first time Rae went to go tow the RV, we actually broke our engine belt on our truck. So it was Easter weekend or Easter Sunday, and there was no mechanics open that could fix it. And we actually had a appointment to get our RV fixed on the next day, Monday, in, I don't know, like 300 miles away. So we couldn't take time to figure.
Are y'all, hey, sorry to jump in here, Jason. Are y'all moving the cell phone around a little bit? Because we're getting quite a bit of dropout.
Oh, sorry. It's sort of just rolled in.
All right. So you said you had to travel 300 miles to get to the repair shop.
For the fifth wheel, we were just taking it in for a maintenance appointment that we had, but the truck broke down, 300 miles away. So luckily we were able to get it towed to a dealership and pay some huge amount of money to have them replace a single belt. But that's the only time we've ever really been stranded.
What about any scary experiences? Any weirdos on the road, or anything that was like something that came out of the blue?
So we haven't run into any weirdos yet. We're definitely expecting that when we first head out on the road. But one of the scariest experiences we had was actually our second week. We had a very stressful moving day in Treasure Island in San Francisco, which is tiny with our 40 for the second time driving. So we finally got to the camp and we forgot to chalk the tires when we were unhitching. And our fifth wheel actually rolled back probably about I'm exaggerating, probably about 6 inches to 1 foot. But that was probably the scariest thing, and we almost gave up RVing right then and there.
Oh my gosh, just the thought of that, and that's a great big old RV. Thoughts on the particular RV you bought? Has it been everything that you imagined? Better, worse? Would you do it all over again? Would you buy new or used? Or tell me about your RV.
Yeah, we actually love our solitude. It's got extra storage space, which is perfect for us moving into, a fifth wheel from a 3-bedroom house. And it clearly defines different living spaces, but the kitchen, the bedroom, and the living room.
Geez, guys, we're having just a devil of a time trying to hear you. I'm not sure what's going on. Cell phones can sometimes be our best friends, and other times it gets really, really tough. Are y'all moving around with a cell phone, or is it that's just coming and going?
No, we're holding still. I'm so sorry.
That's
really
all right. So Rae, in the closing minute and a half or so, tell us back on your YouTube channel on Getaway Couple. Who are you producing these videos for? What's the main demo? Beginning RVers, young people, not so young people? Tell us who your demo is.
I think our demo is any age group, but we really try and make videos for people who are just getting started RVing or thinking about jumping into this lifestyle. We try and show bits of it and the lessons learned and our mistakes so that people don't have a fancy idea of RVing. They understand that it comes with issues and problems too, but it's still worth it.
Do y'all have a production plan? Jason, it sounds like you're a pretty regimented guy. Do you have a production plan, or do you make it up as you go along?
So we have a decent production plan, but it shifts weekly. So we try to plan things out to the T, and then, of course, it never works out like we planned because just it's the lifestyle that we live. So we just we try to keep to that, but it definitely has a lot of freedom.
I was going to say, forget about plan A, B, and C and just jump to plan D, because A, B, and C never work for me. All right, we're about out of time. Tell our listeners how they can follow you guys and connect with you, please.
Sure. They can find us at youtube.com/getawaycouple or getawaycouple.com or even instagram.com/getawaycouple.
Awesome. We're going to catch up with you guys again when we have a little bit better connection, and wish you nothing but the best. We'll talk again, okay?
Sounds great. Thank you so much for having us.
Y'all take care. Back with more on the RV Show USA.
The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today.
Hey Hey everyone, I'm Miss Katie Warren, aka the graphics girl on the RV Show USA. Give us a like by clicking the thumbs up button down below, and if you want to see more videos like this in the future, click the subscribe button right here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye everybody.